Every so often, you come across a Kenyan who's doing incredible things. And when that Kenyan is 15, 60 years of age, then Spot On has got to go out there and catch up with the young man and find out exactly what makes Shane Chandaria who he is. Starboy, every so often we meet a Kenyan doing wonderful things in a field where not so many Kenyans are.
Yeah, it's quite remarkable how many Kenyans are doing so many great things in different fields, and just it makes you love your country more because we are so diverse. We're just not one-dimensional. We are multi-dimensional, and that's the beauty of our country. We celebrate one champion here, then on the other hand, you celebrate another champion in another different world, which makes it so beautiful.
Shane Chandaria, thank you so much for making time to be on Spot On.
Thank you for having me.
What's a 16-year-old doing in Formula 4 in India?
I don't know, just a strain of bad decisions on my parents' end led me there. But yeah, all jokes aside, I mean, it's been a dream for me since I was a kid to get to cars, and it's like I'm living the dream right now.
When I was researching about you, I saw you first came across a kart aged 6.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you can remember of your first interaction with it or the first time you saw it and what drew you to it.
I remember everything about it. I think we'd gone with my friends for his birthday party, and it was at Splash, near Splash, the track there. And I don't know, just the smell of the fuel, the speed, the thrill. On my first run, I remember we were 6 of us there. Out of the 6, I was the slowest. But even after that, I just loved it. I loved it, and I made my dad take me every weekend from there.
You know, mostly young kids, they look at their dad first, the way they drives. I want to drive like my dad. Did you ever have that moment?
No, my dad's a safe driver, but my uncle used to love Formula 1 and racing and all, and he's, I think, the main reason why I loved speed. And also my grandfather used to be a rally driver. So from those two sides, I was kind of always into cars and then like into the speed as well. So yeah, it's in the family.
So once you've gotten the hang of it, how soon before you realize I've got something? How long before you are hooked?
For me to get hooked, it took the one session. But to realize that you have a talent, it takes a while because no matter who you are, like I think at the first few sessions, it'll be a bit tricky. But for me, I loved it so much. At the start, it was just for fun. Like a 7-year-old has his hobbies. But quickly it became like, for me, my main number one thing I wanted to do. Like from the age of 8, I remember all I wanted to do was F1, become an F1 driver. So that's when I realized that this was my path.
Your mom, not too excited about it, not too enamored about it at the start. How much did you have to go around before she bought into the whole idea?
To be fair, at the start with go-karts and all, because it's still in Kenya, it's like maybe just for fun, and I'm still young, it was okay, it was pretty easy. Like my mom and dad set me a goal to get with the karts, and I got it. So we got the go-kart. But to get for me to move to the UK to race go-karts over there, it took a lot of convincing. I think 6 months of non-stop, like at the dinner table, trying to slide it in sneakily. But eventually, like when we found the solutions to stuff like school and things, my mom and dad they agreed and accepted.
Of course, to convince your parents, it's not just by word of mouth. It's by performance. It's by showing that you're improving, that you love the sport. So what sort of sacrifices did you have to make in order for you to improve when you're driving, to show that you really want this?
I had to obviously do a lot of training each practice day, I think. At the start especially, like making improvements, and also something like not getting bored of it, or if I lost, not like complaining about it. I'm quite a competitive person by nature, so I hate losing. But for racing, it's the one thing where I just felt like even if I lost, I didn't want to give up. And I think my parents saw that, and then like my dad was easily convinced that like, oh yeah, he wants to become a racing driver. But to my mom, I had to prove it with the results, like show her that I was going to put in the hard work, and like if I put in the hard work, she was fine with it. But I can't just go like half-hearted. But yeah.
How does someone who's barely into double digits age-wise, moved to the UK. Like, how big a shift is it?
Yeah, it's a complete culture shock. The weather, the people, everything. It's crazy. Even the racing over there, it's like a mini F1 paddock. So I was really shocked the first time I went there, and it's like the performance goes crazy from here when I was like winning every race by like 10 seconds, but then I'd go to UK and I was nowhere. So it was like a huge learning curve. It's like at the start, it almost felt like I just hit a wall and like I wasn't going to go anywhere. But after the first few races, I slowly started improving and getting back to the top.
So you reach the UK, you're trying to find out how exactly to maneuver this new environment. You find out that this is a totally different environment. So when you get there, are you doing extra classes? Are you learning from other experienced drivers who are around?
Yeah. So we have the coaches in the team who are helping me. I was going to some simulator training in the UK, a professional like outfit from Silverstone, to try and just boost myself a bit to catch up. And also, like, I was doing a lot of school because I just switched to online school so that I could move to the UK. And it was like a whole new thing of like trying to balance school and racing and everything. So first few months were quite shaky, but like after I'd gotten used to it and like made a good connection, most importantly with my mechanic and my coach, it's when it started to become more of like a second home to me.
You talk about switching to online school. Now, it's hard enough for a teenager to go to school normally. You are doing it online. How much discipline is required? How much sacrifice is required for you to not spend too much time on your simulator? Remember, I have to do the online school. Like, school is just as important.
It's very simple. All it takes is my dad in the morning to tell me that I'll stop racing if I don't finish school. So yeah, it's not an option, but yeah, it's quite hard to sit behind a desk on my computer the whole day, but yeah, have to do it. And I'm quite lucky that in between classes I have the choice to go to the gym or go on the simulator or like review cross races or stuff. So I try and give myself some breaks in between so that I don't just get completely brain dead. But yeah, it's very difficult.
So it's a matter of class training. So what time do you have to be a teenager?
Yeah, I mean, the weekends that I'm here, normally I can meet up with my friends and go out and do like for dinner or something. But yeah, I don't know. I've not really given much thought. I kind of love all the training and the simulator and all that. So I think that's kind of where I want to be. I don't know.
Sounds like an adult life he's already living. That's because the sacrifices you have to make.
Yeah, I get the feeling like you have to give up something to chase his dream. Do you at times feel like that? You have to give up quite a bit to chase this dream that you have?
I'd say like with traveling and all that and like maybe not being at home with family and friends a lot, but it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. It feels like going to the gym or like missing time to be on this, like with family to be on the simulator. Like obviously I'd want to meet everyone, but I just love it even on the simulator, even in the gym. So it doesn't really feel like too hard of a sacrifice. It's only when like I go to a country for a month or two and I don't get to see my family, for my mom and dad for like that whole time, it becomes a bit challenging then, like maybe a bit lonely, but even then I have my friends and coaches over there.
So you've doubled with the karting, Kenya, the UK. Then last year, all 15 years of you land in India for the F4 championship. And a few months later, not only are you the champion, but you are the youngest ever champion. What's that experience like? Of course, by now you've shifted Kenya, UK, but to go to India and achieve that much.
Yeah, everything was new. There's a new car. I'd moved to Formula 4, as you said, in new country for me to race in India. And like going into the championship, we had no idea. At the start of the year, we didn't even know we were going to do the Indian championship. It's only around June that we actually made the final call that we're gonna do the championship. So it was like a lot. I remember the month of July. I was back in Kenya, and it was just like every day non-stop, like doing on the simulator, being in the gym, like not really taking a break because I knew I had to be super prepared for it. But yeah, it paid off. From the first race, I was pretty much there, and it's just learning each race and taking it as it comes, and yeah, came out as champion. And really, I was really happy with that. I was able to adapt quickly to it.
2022 national karting champion, 2025 Formula 4 champion in India. Looks like you just have enough of winning. You have the winning DNA in you.
Yeah, I like to win. As I said, I was a really competitive person, or I'm a really competitive person. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but the feeling when I'm driving, it's like, you're on track with 30 other people who all want to win, and it's just like really great feeling to like be able to beat people, but also to like show, like to give it your everything, and like just kind of leave it all on the track, because you can have those races where you give 100% and you come out in like 5th, but then you also have the races where you're not driving very good, but you can still win. And I'd say the ones that you finish 5th, that like you gave it your all. So I think that's just kind of the thing that's driving me.
So what drives you more, like the desire to win or the desire to just improve and get better every day?
I'd say the desire to win, but I think a few years ago I didn't understand that you have to improve to win. But like I learned that the hard way, like just losing a few races in a row. Then you get to understand that once you master like kind of losing is when you can start winning.
All in all, it must feel very special to beat everyone at age 15. Like, what's that feeling like? I never beat anyone at age 15 in anything.
Yeah, it's amazing, especially when you're up against older people with more experience. You're like, it boosts your ego a lot.
And from that, you then shift, like Elijah says, you shift. So 2026, French F4, and you've already had a taste of it. Yeah. How different is it from India? And how's, in terms of a different challenge, different level of competition, what's different compared to India?
To start with, they're doubled the drivers in the French grid, so it's 32 this year. And yeah, it's crazy because you have people coming back to the French F4 for the 2nd or 3rd year. So there are people who have like thousands of kilometers more in the car than you. And to make that difference up like in a short amount of time is really hard. And also testing is limited in France. Tracks are so much more difficult, but also so much more fun, like very technical tracks. It's just everything is a scale up from what it was in India. India was really good for me to learn everything, but France were the real challenges. And the first race weekend wasn't too bad for me. I made a small mistake in qualifying, but like really the speed and the racecraft's there to fight for wins later in the year. I'm confident for it.
Is there any language barrier in France because it's a French-speaking country? You come from Kenya.
Yeah, big time. Everywhere else I've been, English has gotten me through just fine, but France, it's a bit tricky sometimes. They don't want to, or I don't know if they don't know some places, because these are in like the villages you'll never hear about in France. Like they're in the middle of nowhere. So no one knows English there, and it gets super tricky. You have to like have a calculator. I mean, what? You have to have a translator or something. Yeah.
So how's your day like? What's your day like on the day? Like you have school, you have the simulator. Just give us a breakdown of how your day is.
Normally I'll wake up at around 7:30 or 8. And then depending on the day, I'll sometimes in the morning go first thing to the gym, or have some sort of like exercise. And that normally takes me an hour and a half to finish. Then I can come home, eat breakfast, like shower, and then get started on work. I normally am able to complete all my work by about 3 o'clock. And then from there, I just spend a few hours on the sim. I spend about 3 hours a day on the sim, if not more. And yeah, after that, I'm normally pretty tired, so just straight to bed.
What's the feeling like of driving? I know your dream is Formula One, but Formula 4 is where it all starts. What's the feeling like of being in that car as we see it?
From what I remember, my first time ever in a Formula 4, it's like you're jumping into a spaceship because it's a really, really tight space. Like my hands are kind of compressed into my body a bit. And the seatbelts are like super tight. You can barely breathe with them on. And you have like fireproof layers and a suit on, so you're like sweating before you even start driving. Then you have the halo and everything. So it just feels like you're in a completely different world. And it's like when you get the steering in and your feet are on the pedals, it feels like you're just kind of part of the car. But yeah, it's like a really, really tight thing, and you have the steering, and it feels so cool because the steering has the dash as well with all the displays. So the first time you're just playing with it, seeing what all the buttons do. But yeah.
So how's the simulator? How does that compare to the simulator?
The simulator is also really good because you're like, in mine, you're wrapped around the screens are wrapping around you, which means that you can see all around, which is exactly what you do in real life, of course. And it does a good job of replicating the sense of like speed and the way the car handles. But in the back of your mind in the simulator, like, if you crash, nothing will happen. But if you crash in real life, like a lot of stuff can happen. Yeah.
Shane, what's your ultimate goal?
Formula One, for sure. But it's a tricky path to F1. I think first of all, I need to be like on my A game all the time, and like, from now till I get there, and even when I'm there, I have to be training every day, eating well, putting in the work, which goes without saying. But I think the thing that many people like overlook is, F1's an expensive sport, but like it's not only about how talented you are, but also who can bring the most money in. And so for me to progress next year into something like Formula 3, I'll need some sort of help because my parents have made like huge sacrifices already for me to get even to F4. So, I'll need a partner or someone, and I'll really appreciate a partner or someone who can back me through F1, F3, F2, F1. And hopefully someday we can be there on the F1 podium, holding the Kenyan flag up, of course.
As of now, you've traveled from Kenya. You went to the UK, you went to India, you've gone to France. That's just your parents' money?
Basically parents. And last year I got a sponsorship from VCB Bank to do a part of the Indian F4. Just parents and like some of my family.
So when you're in France, what sort of expenses are you talking about? Is it just accommodation? Is it also you have to pay extra for training?
Training is extra. Each test day is an extra cost that you do for the championship. Championship fees are extra. Obviously, accommodation, flights. Everything has to be paid for some way. Even crash damages are actually the number one reason why people start a season, but they have to end it early. Because if you crash a Formula 4 car, the bill can easily get to, a couple of €1,000. So it's even a small crash. So it's quite cutthroat on that side of things.
So rule number one: get the car back to the garage.
Not for me.
Rule number one: get around as fast as possible.
Fair enough.
When you look at Formula One, who's your idol? Who's your role model? Who's the one person who drives you?
I'd say Michael Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel.
You and I are good friends. Michael Schumacher is from way before your time. Yeah. Why Michael?
I love his attitude, his mentality. Even the way he drives is like, I don't know how to explain it, but as a driver, you can just see and sense that like there's so much going on in his mind when he drives. Like even when you watch him, you don't think he's able to process and calculate so many things that he does, which just makes it so impressive for me. And I think Max Verstappen, like a driver from today's grid, I think he does exactly the same thing as Schumacher. He's just able to process on a different level to everyone else. I think that just makes him the best driver on the grid right now.
I was about to ask you, there's a famous saying in Formula One that if you ask a child to paint a Formula One car, they paint it red. There's no need of me asking because he has already said to drivers from Ferrari. So you're a Ferrari supporter. Very nice.
So yeah, it makes sense. And I think the word you are looking for was aggression and ruthlessness.
Yes.
Like Shumi did not give you room.
Yep.
He had no room to be nice.
There was one goal for him, and it was to win.
and that's you now.
Yeah, that's the mentality you have to have. Because otherwise, you're not going to be able to fight for the wins.
There are plenty of Kenyan youngsters, sportsmen and women who are doing great things. This year, you were named the Sawyer Award Most Promising Athlete. How did it make you feel? Is it pressure? Does it add pressure? Or you embrace it and it's validation that you're really working hard?
Not too much. I was really, really honored to be able to receive that award. It's really prestigious, and I'm super happy that I could get it. But also, like, I try and take it like not an extra pressure, but just a recognition for what I managed to do last year. And this year is a new year, so just kind of move on from there, like a blank sheet almost.
So do you listen to music?
Yeah.
Which sort of music? Who's your favorite artist?
Favorite artist is a tricky question, but I listen to rock from the 90s. I think that's really...
From the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's really like energizing, especially before a race. It just gets me into the right mood. I have actually, my favorite song is One Way or Another by Blondie. Yeah.
Shane, thank you very much. It's been wonderful talking to you and listening to a 16-year-old who sounds like a 35-year-old. No? Like so focused, so driven, so eyes on the ball. And we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Every so often, you meet a young man or woman who makes you realize just how far a young person can go. That young man is 16 years old. And Starboy, to be 16, to be that composed, to be that focused, to be so well put together. I keep using that word because I've interacted with teenagers, and I tell you what, he is special.
I think he's the pick of the bunch when it comes to interviewing teenagers. At least for myself, he is so composed, and you aptly put it, the most composed 16-year-old, like a 35-year-old.
I wonder, at 16, I could barely put sentences together. Forget to get composed, just to put sentences together in order.
He did not stutter at any particular point, and he threw in jokes here and there.
Fantastic. Shane Chandaria, we hope when we speak next, you will be on your way to F3, and then F2, and then F1, and then you'll be another Kenyan who's gone all the way. Shot of the Weekend is up next, and this one has got all to do with the new old Kenya Cup women champions, Mwamba ladies, Elijah.
Yeah.
Every single time this cup has been played, they have had this kind of celebration or a similar kind of celebration.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, kudos to the whole team. At least one Mwamba team is doing the fraternity proud. They are exceptional.
You couldn't resist a dig, could you?
I couldn't. At least wanafunika uchi wa
mzee.
Wanafunika kabisa.
It's not me. It's Elijah. It's not me. But yes, Mwamba ladies, congratulations.